Spoiler alert, there's a lot more carbon to go on this car. It's just f***ing insane.
Look at that. Holy shit. That's a bit serious.
Skip forward, probably not even 3 weeks, 2 weeks. I've been flat out in my own life, and Dean's been flat out in his life, also car life. Let me go turn that air compressor off. Okay, I can't turn the air compressor off because Dean's using the plasma cutter. But this whole GC8 has like changed. The last thing that we were doing was installing that hydro brake. Hydro brake is now in, as you can see. But now seat rails everywhere are in. Harness bar has been fabbed up by the wizards and modded. That's not even the best part. That says carbon hood. And so naturally, we come in and there's a f***ing full carbon hood now on the car. But that's not all. Once I was done looking at the carbon hood, I was like, well, that's a nice thing, and it genuinely is a nice thing. Notice that. I said, what is that? Oh, that's just the new V-mount radiator slash intercooler. So in 3 weeks, V-mount radiator, carbon hood, seat rails have been mounted, hydro brake has been mounted, and now Dean is just cutting up bits of plate for patching stuff and just touching stuff up really before we actually go to paint. So, and then to top it all off, a new front lip which will get test fitted tonight. We'll take a deeper look at the carbon hood in another episode because, spoiler alert, there's a lot more carbon to go on this car, and I feel like it'll be a whole episode on its own because, just take my word for it, there's going to be a lot more carbon in this car, a lot more than what most people would put in their cars, and that's going to be wicked. So if you just look at this for now, it's just f***ing insane. It's and it's so light. You lift the bonnet up and it's just so light. Anyway, for now, we are still prepping the car for paint, and we are still, well, now we're just gonna, I think this front bumper is just hanging on by the skin of its teeth, and then we'll look at putting the front lip on. This is like huge. This is like, that's fucking wicked.
How nice is it?
It's so, how do you get that in there? They're separate? Oh, okay. All right. It's just, so the specialty about it is these being on the angle.
The fins are all on the angle.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah.
That's why you buy the process West on.
Yeah.
Literally.
Yeah. Fuck, you got pretty trigger happy with the old, sword, didn't you? You almost did it in front of the bar.
Yeah, well that's as far as you have to go because of that. Like there's still radiator there. Look underneath.
Yeah. That's loose. That's what we should have done with the GTR. How's the fans on the back of it? Holy f***. There's a big one on here.
There's valves too.
That's pretty cool.
Both valves. No cheap shit.
Look at that. Holy shit. That's a bit serious.
The next morning.
Alright, so now we're actually paint prepping the car. Skip forward another 3 days. Now we are like gutting everything, all of the lights out, all of the trims out, everything. That's all we're doing today because now it's actually about to be painted. So we take every single little thing out, put it in bags, label it all, blah blah blah, and then we go from there. So we got the whole squad back together.
Sick shirt, you faggot.
It's like bending it.
But yeah, basically from here it's just going to be a big time lapse. We're just going to gut this whole thing, and then we're at the end we'll do a wrap up.
So close and I'm terrified. Distrust when I'm on a high, I can't stop. So I'm here waiting on the phone. Pull me close and it's hard to leave. I didn't think I could ever feel something like this, and now I know I need it all. Oh.
Alright, here we are.
The whole WRX is sitting on the ground now. And this thing is like bare bones empty. Everything is kind of just like sitting where it needs to sit for a paint job. Boot's like, oh, I haven't seen the boot actually. That looks good, mate. How good's that? Nice little
Flat.
Hey?
Flat as you can get it.
Yeah, that looks good. Everything else up here looks good, obviously. Wizard's doing wizard things. Man. Rest of the cage is sick. Hydro brake, obviously essential because of him. Seat rails are done, everything else is gutted. Dash is sitting on the front. Trims and everything is sitting there. Doors have been completely pulled apart and gutted as well. Rear, quarter panels, boot, wing, rear bar. That is it. That is how you prep a car for paint. It is going to be colossal to put this thing back together.
Just bolt textures.
Through the glass. Just put the glass in and we'll just pop it. We'll just pop it up here.
It looks cool now. It looks actually really cool. But hopefully in the next week or two, we will have this bad boy getting painted. I'm gonna try and get a camera there or myself there or whatever else, because obviously it'll be sick to get it painted. Make sure you leave a comment below of what color you'd like to see it painted. And give it a like, subscribe, do all of that stuff, because I don't know, this thing should look fucking wicked when it's done. It should look like a proper car. So hopefully we will get it back in and it'll all look Mickey Mouse and we can start tinkering away at putting all this stuff back together. So anyway, thanks for watching. We will see you on the next one. Bye.
Ever since you shut the door on everything we knew, you're too late for love, and you're tripping love, and on love, and you're tripping love, and on love, and you're tripping love, and on